Aquarius, how are you? How are you really? This is your weekly tarot reading. Thank you so much for tuning in. Only take these messages as they resonate and leave the rest, okay? Alright, so what do we have for Aquarius? Here we have the Six of Cups in reverse, okay? So it looks like we are in the energy of kind of wondering what will satisfy us here, okay? So what about the Six of Cups in reverse? Why the Six of Cups in reverse? Now again, for some of you Aquariuses, y'all may be coming out of a very drastic change, something that happened suddenly, and it's like now you're just trying to pick up the pieces behind it and figure out what's the best thing for you to do. Okay. Why the Six of Cups in reverse for Aquarius? Yeah, Aquarius, it looks like you're actually picking yourself up here. Here we have the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so yeah, you may have really experienced like a very drastic change either in finances or in your home or in your relationship or marriage or in a friendship, just maybe even losing a job. But it's just like something very drastic here popped up, or either it is popping up for you now. And it's like now you're just really having to figure out like what is it that you can do to basically pick yourself up off the ground, okay? So this drastic change, it may have been a loss, okay, if you're having to pick yourself up after it, okay? Or maybe the situation, you feel like it just really got the best of you. Okay, so if this relationship or marriage, just like, okay, maybe you may be going through a breakup or a divorce, or you went through one. It's like now you're in the process of just basically getting yourself back together, Aquarius. Okay, this Six of Cups, getting yourself together, it's in reverse. So it's almost as if kind of like Scorpio's reading, where it's like an unasked for spiritual journey. So it's like right now you're having to pick yourself up, and you may actually be going through this process by yourself, okay? But right here, it's like we're just not really liking this process, okay? So once again, if you are coming from a job, maybe you got laid off, or if you're dealing with, you know, the grief, okay, of losing someone, it's like this process may seem a little complicated right now, okay, but you are working towards, you know, becoming okay. I'll say that. All right, so right here, Aquarius, we have the Ace of Wands in reverse. So once again, it's a brand new pathway here, picking yourself up and just moving forward, but we're not really feeling all too optimistic about this, okay? You may not have wanted to move on from a particular situation or a particular person, or from a state or from a city, okay? So yeah, it looks like you just really didn't want this change to happen, okay? So why did this change happen, Aquarius? Why the Five of Pentacles? Why did this happen? Okay. And if nothing drastic has happened, it's almost as if you're waiting for something drastic to happen so that you can, you know, have this fresh new beginning. But it's just you're not really all too sure about this fresh start. Maybe you're wanting to change, but you're not sure, you know, what'll help you to. You may not know what it'll take for you to bring about this change, okay? Or maybe you're wanting to change in your relationship or marriage and on your job. But, you know, maybe you're not sure what type of change it is that you're wanting. Alright, so why the Five of Pentacles, okay? Why this change? What caused this, Aquarius? Five of Pentacles. I'm gonna start wearing a lot of dresses, so when the cards fall, they can just fall in my dress instead of falling on the floor. Well, yeah, some of you Aquariuses, you may have actually had your things together with a particular person, okay? Or maybe you were really settled on your job or settled into your new home and just something very drastic popped up, okay? So maybe you moved somewhere into like a new home and out of nowhere they had like a increased city tax or something, or increase on rent. And it's just like, you know, maybe you wanted to move to a different place, but maybe you don't want to move to a different place because you found a lot of contentment where you were, okay? Here we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, okay? So right now, it's almost as if Aquarius, you experiencing this change. It's almost as if like you're taking this change very personal, okay? And you may sometimes just feel like you've just fallen off of your game, okay? So if this is a job that we're talking about, since these are pentacles, it's just like, okay, maybe things were going good on your job and maybe new competition rolled in, you know? Or maybe you had like experienced like a sudden layoff, okay? And it's like now you're having to find a job that's as good as what you were on, but it's like you don't know if you'll be able to find something like that. And you didn't want to move forward. It's almost as if you were forced to move on from something, okay? That's kind of the vibes that I'm getting here. Because we see these Six of Cups in reverse and the Ace of Wands in reverse. Those are speaking of basically working towards something and having a fresh beginning, but they're both in reverse. So it's almost as if like you don't want to do this, okay? But whatever loss that you experienced or whatever change popped up, it really took a toll on you, or it's taking a toll on you now, okay? So like, this Queen of Pentacles in reverse, you're not really feeling on top of your game. Like, why not though, okay? Why the Queen of Pentacles in reverse? Why the Queen of Pentacles in reverse? Looks like something really got pulled from underneath you here, Aquarius, okay? Maybe you thought things were going really good in your relationship or marriage. Or maybe you thought things were going really good on your job and just something really got snatched from underneath your feet. That's what it looks like, okay? Yeah, it looks like something got snatched from underneath you. Now, for some of you Aquariuses, which only take it as it resonates, but some of you may have been in a relationship or marriage, and for some of you, only take this as it resonates, but some of you may have gotten too comfortable with the person that you were with and maybe took them for granted, and you thought that they would stay, but they end up leaving you out of nowhere, okay? I don't know why I got that out of nowhere, okay? Just only take that as it resonates, okay? Here we have the Seven of Cups, okay? So we are doing some very deep soul searching this week, okay? Having to figure out, like, what is it that you can do moving forward to pick yourself back up and kind of have bits and pieces of what you're coming from there, okay? So once again, if the person that you're dealing with, if they have walked away from you, it's almost as if like you're wanting to pick yourself up, move on, and try to find something similar to them so that you don't have to too much say that you lost it, because you have something that's kind of like its equivalent, okay? But this Seven of Cups, once again, you know, deep contemplation. So like, what are you contemplating here, Aquarius? Are you contemplating what it is that you would have to do to move forward and to pick yourself back up? Or are you contemplating about this change that you went through, that you're going through? Okay, why the Seven of Cups? Well, yeah, it really looks like some of y'all are comfortable in a particular area in your life. Okay, so maybe you're used to your business doing really well, or maybe you're used to being on top at your job, and maybe, I don't know, Aquarius, for some of you, only take it as it resonates. It really looks like some of y'all may have gotten comfortable, okay? Maybe some of y'all slacked up on y'all game a little bit and y'all's opportunity got snatched from y'all, okay? Okay? But for you other Aquariuses, it kind of looks like you're waiting for a change to happen, because right now you don't feel on top of your game. It's almost as if like you're waiting for your ships to come, or you're waiting for something to come your way that you can work on so you can have this fresh start. Okay? So with that part right there, waiting for an opportunity to happen, or waiting for your love life to fix itself type stuff, like that type of energy of just sitting and letting things around you work, that's really cool because it helps with manifesting. But if you sit in this manifestation energy for too long and don't take action, Aquarius, you may very well end up missing an opportunity. So I would say to be careful there, okay? Like if you are, you know, looking for a job or looking for an increase in your finances, if you're just waiting for somebody to come to you with a good opportunity, like those type of things, like you will constantly be waiting on something outside of you to make this come to life, okay? It's good, but it's even better when you actually are taking action towards this, Aquarius. You know, the folklore about the turtle and the rabbit. I forgot, but long story short, one of the animals were known to be like really fast, and he kind of got a little cocky, and he thought that he would finish the race because he was really fast. And the I think he ended up taking a break or a nap or something, and so the turtle, either way it goes, the little turtle ended up, you know, slowly finishing the race and beating the hare or beating the rabbit, whatever he was. Y'all know I don't. So yeah, that's kind of the energy that I'm getting here, Aquarius. So only take it as it resonates, but that's really what I'm getting here. Some of your Aquariuses just kind of got a little bit too comfortable, okay? Maybe a little arrogant, a little cocky, and an opportunity slipped by you, okay? So maybe you thought you had this person in the bag, or maybe you thought that you had this opportunity in the bag, and it's almost as if like you just, for some of you Aquariuses, it looks like you just started slacking and just, you know, being comfortable. So here we have the Three of Cups, okay? So Aquarius, for some of you, if this is a relationship or marriage, you may have found out that your partner was dealing with somebody else, or maybe they found out that you were dealing with somebody else, okay? Or on your job, you may have gotten sudden competition, okay? Maybe your employer was kind of sizing you up with another person, and this kind of made you, you know, start to lack confidence. And maybe you're actually working on improving your skills on that job so that you can end up winning that race, okay? Or so that you can win this opportunity, okay? Or if you're a business owner, it's just kind of like, okay, maybe you have other competition out there and you see how well these people are doing. So it may have you questioning your foundation and questioning if you have what it takes to attract, you know, clients and, you know, good business. So you may be working on advertising more, or working on maybe even going into a different type of business, okay? But I do see it's just heavy contemplation here about what it is that you should do moving forward, okay? So yeah, that's pretty much how to sum it down. It's almost just this week You're just working on like, how can I move forward? How can I get ahead? How can I restart? How can I, you know, how can I leave out on a good note? How can I, you know, and it's almost as if you just want to know, like, what do I need to do to work on myself? What do I need to improve myself, okay? So this is pretty much the week of working on yourself and just really looking within, okay? So pretty much like Leo's reading, okay? So if you want to check out their reading, you most definitely can. But it looks like you are really picking yourself up, Aquarius, after a very drastic change that occurred, okay? Now, I don't know where I got this from, Aquariuses, but for some of you Aquariuses, you may have experienced the loss. Maybe somebody ended up in a relationship or marriage. For some of you Aquariuses, it looks like maybe somebody ended up choosing another person over you because of finances. Okay, so now that kind of left you feeling, you know, that probably left you with the motivation to build yourself up financially and to work on yourself, okay? So yeah, only take those as they resonate though, Aquariuses, but that's pretty much what I got for your reading this week. But it does look like something drastic has happened, and now you're just looking basically at how you can pick yourself up off the floor after this. So whatever this was, it looks like it really took a toll on you, okay? Especially with this being the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, okay? Like, yeah, whatever this change was that you went through, it looks like it kind of took a toll on your self-esteem, your confidence, and all of that, Aquarius, okay? So it's just almost as if like you're just rebuilding yourself right now, okay? Yeah, just building yourself up, building yourself from the ground up, okay? Having a restart, but it's almost as if like you didn't want to have to restart, you know? You know? So yeah, pretty much like Scorpio's reading, an unasked for spiritual journey. But who knows, Aquarius? Maybe this change is for the better, you know? You just never know. You really never know. Sometimes drastic changes, they pop up in our lives and we think that it's something bad, but, you know, just know the universe knows what it's doing, Aquarius. I know right now you probably feel like it doesn't, because right now you're feeling like you're not in control and you're feeling like there's things are all over the place right now. Or that you felt like that. But I would say though, with this being 7 of Cups and it's not in reverse, I would say that you are in really good meditation about this, okay? So it's like you're giving this a healthy dose of thought, okay? Especially with y'all being air signs. I know y'all probably not going to stay and think about it for too long. But this did have you down. Or if this person did, you know, leave you for another person, did leave you a little hurt, but I see that you, yes, you're thinking about it, but not crazily, you know, just not really too much hell-bent over it, but you do occasionally give it thought. And now you're just thinking to yourself like, okay, that happened, that really sucked. I didn't want to have to move on. I didn't want to have to, you know, take this new path forward, but I have to. It's almost as if like I have to. Because I got to focus on me. I got to do what's best for me. You know? I got to do what's best for me. It's almost as if like for some of you guys, you may find yourself stuck between and juggling between grieving for this loss that you went through and moving forward, okay? So you may be stuck between the two, or you may be moving forward but still grieving, okay? But it does look like two-time and energy here, okay? So sometimes you may be moving forward and doing well, and other times it's almost as if like you kind of go backward and think about the past and reminisce and really start missing this person, or really missing this job, or, you know, just really grieving over this change that you went through, okay? But one thing I would say is just give yourself time to grieve. It's okay to, you know, still be affected by this. I know you want to move forward and work on yourself and, you know, move on and all, but if you have to take that time, Aquarius, it's okay. It's okay. Okay? Everybody's healing process is at different speeds, okay? Maybe you thought that you could just get up and just work on yourself and move on, okay? But with this energy right here, it's Three of Cups. It's letting me know that you're going back and forth between healing and grieving, okay? And with this Ace of Wands in reverse, this path that you're on, it's almost as if you didn't really want to have to do this. You didn't really want to have to move on to a different person. You didn't really want to have to take on a different business deal or start on a different job. That's not really something that you wanted, but it's almost as if you had to, or you felt like you had to. It's almost as if like you felt like the show must continue, regardless of how hurt you are, regardless of how much you miss this person or this job or this opportunity. But it's almost as if like you're just forcing yourself to move on, Aquarius. But I would say that, I don't know, for some of you Aquariuses, you may have gotten out of a relationship because you found out that you were cheated on and maybe quickly moved on to another person, okay? And now you may low-key still, you know, grieve over the past person or grieve over that situation, okay? So I would just say to really give yourself time here, Aquarius, okay? Because the last thing that I would want for you to do is to come out of this situation, especially in this type of energy, okay? Not feeling sure of yourself, not really feeling confident, not really feeling on your A game, you know, moving on to something new with that type of energy, okay? Especially if this is dealing with a new person, okay? Because it's different if you're coming from one job, it didn't work out, so you go to another one. That's completely different. But if you're coming from one person because it didn't work and you really love them and you move on to somebody else before you're actually ready, you could end up messing up something that's actually really good here, Aquarius. So I would just say to take that time this week, okay? So this week is pretty much the week of just taking your time and allowing yourself to feel those emotions and to, you know, think about as much as you want and just to really give yourself time to process what you just went through, okay? Or process what you're going through right now, okay? But I see that you're already pretty much doing that, so it's almost as if you already know that you need time, Aquarius. It's almost as if you know that you need space, but another half of you, it's like you're wanting this fresh start, you're wanting to move forward, you're wanting to work on yourself. It's like you have all of these goals and these things that you look forward to, but it's like another half of you is just like, I don't know if I'm ready to move forward because I'm still thinking of this thing of the past. I'm still thinking of this loss. I'm still thinking of this person that I lost, okay? So I would just say to give yourself as much time as you need, Aquarius. It's absolutely okay to not be ready to move forward. Like, that is okay. I wish people would normalize that more. But it is okay to not be ready to move forward, Aquarius. The person that you're dealing with, if they genuinely love you, they will understand that you're not ready to move forward with them, okay? And even if you're taking on a new job or getting into a new business deal, if you're turning this opportunity down because you don't feel ready mentally, nothing is wrong with that, Aquarius. Like, you don't have to force yourself to move forward, okay? Yes, that change, it already happened, but, you know, you don't have to force yourself at a very rapid pace. I will say that, okay? This week, this is pretty much the energy that we're in, just deep contemplation, soul searching, and just really getting to the bottom of things and allowing ourselves to feel what it is that we need to feel, okay? But that's pretty much all that I have for you, Aquarius. Thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, this is your weekly tarot reading. I pray that you enjoyed it. Only take these messages as they resonate and leave the rest alone. If you like this video, be sure to actually like it so I can tell that you're interested. Also subscribe so the next time y'all's video come out, you'll have first-hand access to it. And if you want to and feel comfortable, you can comment at the bottom how this resonates with you so your other Aquariuses can comment and y'all can have y'all's own community, okay? Once again, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, toodles!